Hello, Mr. Berry's geometry class. This is April 8th, and I'm looking at an assignment 10-3 that's due tomorrow, April 9th. Let's get started with this. I'm going to do most of them, give you some help on some others, and here we go. I'm going to have, looking at BC, the arc of BC, when you have an angle all the way across on the other side of the circle, you take that angle measurement and you just multiply by 2 and you get 76. Pause this as needed as I'm going to go through it, explaining each quickly, but I want you to pause it, rewind it, whatever you need to do in order to understand it better. This one's going to be 72 times 2 to get that BC arc. This is backwards now. Now, if you know the arc, then you just divide that by 2 in order to get to what the angle is all the way on the other side of the circle. So that would be 80. So if this one's 90, just take 9, that means 90 degrees. So 90 times 2, you'll get that answer. This one, take 24 divided by 2, and that gives you that 12 for angle BAC. It's only when it's all the way across, Remember, if it's halfway, it's the same. All the way across, you're doing a factor of 2. So BAC is going to be 32 divided by 2. So you would do that on your own. I'm just going to give you the odd ones on these, and hopefully you can figure out the rest of them. Hopefully this helps you out. For number 7, QMP. QMP, I know I've written all over it, is going to be 60 degrees. Why? Because if this is 120, that means this interior angle to the center of circle M is going to be 120 also. We've got to make the assumption that this is a diameter, so it's going to be a straight line. So I take 180 minus 120, and I get 60 for QMP. PNO, angle PNO, 70, half of 70 is going to, because the arc PO is 70, this is going to be half of it, which is going to be 35. Arc QO is going to be, if this was 60, that means this arc is 60, so 60 plus 70 is 130. And arc PQ is going to be just the 60. All right. Now, deciding whether a circle can be circumscribed about the quadrilateral. Remember that if the opposite angles in the quadrilateral, they need to be supplementary in order for that to occur. So if we take a look at opposite angles, no, this is 130 plus 70, no, is 200, and so this would be not 180 either. You could figure that out by taking 360 minus these, and then so these two would not be supplementary, so no. This one, yes, 130 plus 50, yes, so that's 180. That means these two must be 90 and 90. These opposite angles, if this is 60, this is 60, and this is the same length, that means this is 120, this is 120. So 60 and 120 they're supplementary. They add up to 180, so yes. Okay, find the values of each variable. So x, if this is 90, we just double it. That's going to be 180. This comes into play later on, so remember that. This is a diameter here. And then we have, if this is 180 and these two are equal, that means these two arcs are equal. That means 180 divided by 2 is 90, so this is going to be 90. Okay, because if this side's 180, this side, the whole side has to be 180, and if these are the same, well, 180 divided by 2 is 90. 19, you're just going to take 110 divided by 2 in order to figure out these, because 110 goes here, 110 also goes here, they go to the same spots. Just divided by 2. Number 20, you could just take all of these and subtract them all from 360, the ones that you do know, and you'll be left with what you don't know, which is 75. Or with that rule of opposite angles need to be supplementary, you could 130 plus 50 is 180, so you could take 180 minus 105 and you get 75. So either way, you're going to get 75. Moving on. For number 1, this is 132, that means this arc is 132, so that means angle BAC is going to be 66 because 132 divided by 2 is 66. For the arc of BC, you're just going to take 27 times 2. And then for this one, what's BAC? BAC. Well, once again, you're going to assume that this is a diameter. It goes all the way across. So that means that it's a straight line, so it's a 180. So if this side of it's 94, 180 minus 94 is 86. And then, so that means this arc is 86. All the way back to the other side, this angle would be 86 divided by 2, which is 43. Okay, taking a look at the odd ones here, I'd like you to try the even ones on your own. Go ahead and make mistakes. Don't worry about it. Learn from them. And that's making progress right there. Angle CED, you're given a couple of measurements, 108 and 100. I have them written down there. The whole BD is 100, remember. So CED, where is C? I've written on it so much. CED goes with this 108. So 108 divided by 2 is 54. So this is going to be 54 right here. CBD goes with the 108 also. And so that's going to be 54. So that angle is the same as that angle. They kind of look the same too. BCE is going to be 50 because 100 is BE. 100 divided by 2 is 50. And then ABC, once again, you gotta think of this being a diameter, so it's going to be half of the circle. Half of a circle is 180. 360 divided by 2. Okay, number 12. If you take 2 times this amount, you're going to get 96 because it's all the way over here on the other side. So 2 times that equals 96. You just solve for it, and you should get x equals 23.5. Okay. And then when you plug that in, it should be half of the 96. So let me see. 23.5 times 2 plus 1 gives you 48. And 48 times 2 should give you the 96. So it's all good. Okay. Just worried about it becoming a decimal. Checking myself. Okay, this one. If this is a diameter, what's this angle going to be? That's going to be 90 degrees. So remember this one from way back on section A. Notice that this was a diameter and this is 90 degrees. Okay. So when you have a diameter and it's touching both ends, that's 90 degrees. Okay. So with that being 90, and you know the sum of the interior angles of a triangle are going to equal 180, just take all of these, this plus this equals 180. And then you just start solving. And, you should get x equals 102. So the x value is 102. And what I did was, then I showed you, and you don't have to have these two answers here. So what is the half? We know this is 90, so what's this measurement I wanted to know? So half of 102 is 51, so this angle measurement would be 51. It's not asking you for the angle measurement, it's just asking you for the value of x. But I just wanted to double check myself, so that's what I'm doing here. And 1/3 of 102 plus 5 gives you 39. That gives you this one. So if you add up this 90 plus 51 plus 39, notice you'll get that 108 and 180, and it makes sense. Because all of these should add up to equal 180. All right, these two, this actually is a lot easier than number 14. This is going to be the same arc as this, so these two are going to equal each other. Set them equal to each other. Well, when you subtract 2x from each side, you're left with 1x, and you're left with 13, so x equals 13. That's the easiest one there. Okay, this one, when you take this and multiply it by 2, you'll get this arc. And when you take this amount and multiply it by 2, you'll get all the way from here, and you'll get this huge major arc, okay? So this minor arc plus this major arc is going to equal what? 360, right? Because it's going to be all the way around. So you got to multiply both of these by 2. And then go ahead and isolate the variable. And you should get x equals 23.25. What I did was I then plugged it into this and I plugged it into that and I got this and this and I added them together, and yes, it does come up to 360, so we're all good. All right, don't do the other ones. Mr. Berry said not to do the other ones, so hopefully you do well on the ones that you're on your own for.